Ladies and gentlemen, live from T-Briz Studios, it's the Adult Baby Show.
I'm a sweet boy.
I'll let a girl suck any part of me. I mean, honestly.
It's just in my mouth, just.
Oh, like, I'll try anything once.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Except getting to work on time.
You just ruined my day. Fuck your day.
Oh, let's get the feet involved.
It's not a nut. Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud with you.
Some people
Yeah.
are absolutely
Uh-huh.
disgusted by me.
He ain't lying.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Adult Babies Podcast, episode 293. I am B.
Chick.
I'm Ryan.
He was looking at me like this, so I
Because I wasn't sure if it was 293. And look who's back.
We only said it like 9 times. You knew it was 293.
We said it, but then we...
Is that cancer? Cancer make you forget?
cancer brain.
Yeah.
Made you forget it was 293?
Yeah, sometimes you forget.
Yeah.
No. It's because whenever you are on the podcast, you speak through the intro.
I speak through the whole thing.
You understand that? Doesn't he do
Yeah.
that? He
Yeah.
speaks right through our intro every time. And I knew it. I gave it a pause, and then he's...
I went
Pause.
in. Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah.
Well, that's
How you
it.
doing?
Is the Woody Allen book out to remind us of the Jay-Z thing?
No, it was a gift.
Have you
Now,
read
is
it
that a
yet?
gift that you liked?
Yeah, I love Woody Allen. I'm anxious.
Oh, okay.
I want to read
wasn't,
that.
I wasn't sure
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
were a Woody
I
Allen
have another
fan.
Woody Allen book over there.
By the way,
that I
this is
bought
how we
myself.
started the podcast last week.
I feel like it is.
Is
exactly
that
right.
about Woody Allen?
100%.
I got to put that away. I've been busy. I didn't get to put away my book.
But without feathers implies young birds.
Oh.
Also, is that just to hide your cock cast thing?
But you're pointing at something that. Yeah, that's a hollow. It just sits. My cock is underneath that. There's a lens on the table. Nobody can see.
Yeah, nobody can
Neil's
see it. I
referring
feel
to?
like this book is mocking me without a beard. It's without feathers.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
Brendan
you're-
Ryan without
It's
feathers.
are
called
without
without eyebrows.
Without eyebrows. Those are my feathers.
Can we get into your look right now, or you don't want to discuss
Yeah, I
this?
mean, if anybody's watching, I'm wearing
You're
big-
incognito.
All I'm
You're
missing
wearing
is
Woody
the
Allen
fake-
glasses.
I'm wearing Woody Allen glasses. Yeah, I'm wearing like thick brim.
it's the cancer.
It's not necessarily cancer, but no, it's a new technique I'm using because I found that, Neil, what I was doing, I don't know how up to date you are with my life, but I was putting makeup on my eyebrows.
No.
Yeah.
So you don't watch his
Like
reels.
a
Okay, now we know.
Like
Now
a
we know.
Latino
Now we
girl?
know he's not.
Like a
not
Latino girl, yeah.
This has been going on for like 8 months.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been maybe I should save it. Maybe I'll use this material on Wednesday when I see you, when you could judge me.
Oh,
you already posted
yeah.
that bit to
I did.
Instagram.
I did.
But I
He
didn't.
just doesn't.
Yeah, I
he
don't
doesn't-
really pay attention.
Yeah, so
to
I've been
Instagram.
my eyebrows fell off, and I've been drawing them on. I used a different, and I had tried an eyebrow pencil. I tried all different sorts.
I think you should glue eyebrows on the inside of the glasses. So when you put like the glasses with the nose and the mustache, you should put eyebrows underneath so it peeks out a little bit. So when you put them on, the glasses come out.
It's got those thick, like, old man eyebrows.
Yeah.
So now what I've noticed that my eyebrows seem to the hair continues to fall out, and I'm not on the medication. What I believe it is a hair cycle. I think hair cycles. Everything's got to fall out before it grows again.
Yeah, probably right.
Sounds right.
Yeah. It's not like you come off the medication because those like the roots
Right.
and the
It's all the
follicles
roots.
are.
Thank you. All right.
I feel like this is wishful thinking. I
Maybe-
think your hair's done.
Yeah.
No. It's definitely not done. You grow it back.
Yeah, not at 40.
Yeah, but you
No,
do.
you do. But
Yeah, but not.
Not
I
his
feel
head.
Like, I feel like.
I'm not going to grow like a full.
No,
head
I
of
just
hair.
feel like everything that was there is now ruined. Like, it's never going to grow back how you
No.
envision it.
No, you're absolutely wrong.
You
It
know,
might
like other
take a little while.
people have gone through like
Yeah, I'm not-
chemo and
Yeah, but not B.
I'm not patient
B's
number
They've-
one.
different
they've
than
grown
most
their
people.
hair
Yeah,
back.
but B's different.
And I wasn't on hardcore chemo either.
So
I was on a
it
pill.
sounds more like pessimistic viewing, or optimistic because you don't want him to have hair. So
No,
it's
no.
optimistic
want
from
him
your point of view.
because
He
I
wants
can't
me-
look at that chin anymore.
He wants me without feathers. You think I like looking at this goddamn chin? It's fucking gross. Every time, thank God the television is off because it's giving me a complex. Because every time I move, I got like this turkey neck that
Yeah, I
Gobbles.
purposely turned it off because I know I would watch you
You would
look
watch
at it.
me watch
and then
me.
one day I saw you catch something like a bump, and you're like, we didn't even make note of it. I only saw it in the watch back. And you just go, what is that? he goes, what is that?
So anyway, Neil, my technique is I'm not going to put on makeup this week. And to hide the eyebrows, I'm wearing my reading glasses. Makes sense?
I love it.
Also, I look kind of cool.
Yeah, you look good.
You know-
look good, black on black with the hat and the glasses. Yeah,
like
yeah.
it.
I walked into
I'm in.
I walked into Stuff a Bagel today. I told Chick I'm starting to like draw again, just sketch a little bit. I had these stupid sunglasses on and my sketchbook in my hand, and I caught a look at myself.
Should
in
wear a
the window.
turtleneck next time. Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Jesus Christ! I'm really trying to be somebody I'm not.
You should get one of those like cabbie hats.
I have one.
I find that kind of ironic, though, that you're starting to draw.
It's ironic.
I knew we weren't gonna let that go.
I thought I was going to get away with that for a second.
I saw that and I looked around the room. I was like,
Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it?
what do you find ironic? Because I knew he forgot it.
Yeah, see?
Sometimes when you go to Chicago, it's
That you stop drawing
Drawing.
your eyebrows when you start
yeah.
becoming an artist again.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what-
it's
I guess
weird.
so.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
gave
yeah.
him the passion. He goes, I really miss
Yeah.
this.
You know, I used to be able to paint better than this.
So I just learned through listening to an old episode that I knew you had an art history, and I was pleased to hear that.
Yeah.
I'd love to see some of your work.
I'll show you. You know,
What was your focus?
I mean, what was my focus? I never really focused much at anything. But
Ryan's giving him way too much credit.
What would you do?
I
Cartoonish type things? Would you do
no,
lifelike
not
things?
cartoonish. I did life stuff.
Everything me and Chick are thinking right now is cancelable.
But
Keep going.
Yeah, let him go.
I went through a stage where I was going to classes. I was painting naked women and men.
Is it true that you pose naked for a drawing?
No. Oh well,
A
there's
very
And
small
that
drawing.
the photo
There is
was in the bathroom at your last apartment with your buddies?
yeah. So there's a drawing of me naked that made it onto Zillow, full penis.
On
my head.
Zillow.
On Zillow because it was.
I gotta find this.
I don't know if it's
How's
still
your?
around. In the photo, so it's not really me.
Did you have
It's
a
not,
fluffer?
it's not my body, but it's my head.
Oh.
So somebody I was in school with for my birthday one year gave me a picture of a nude man that she drew, and she erased his head and put my head on it, and we framed it. And when I was living with a couple of friends, we put it in the bathroom. Like this is the bathroom picture. Like Ryan's got that beautiful picture of the man fishing.
Yeah.
It was a picture of me naked. And then when we when we moved out, I guess they took pictures, and that was still in there. So on Zillow, my naked picture was in there. That's
funny.
I wonder if I still. I must have it somewhere, but it was clearly right on
That's
Zillow.
hilarious.
Yeah, so I'm nude on
But
Zillow.
I heard
guys.
that you standed for those.
No. I didn't.
That's true.
If you saw the,
You're swearing by that.
I still have the picture. I'll bring it in.
No, but I'm
It's
saying you
clearly
never
not me.
stood for arts, like you never posed.
No, I drew them. though.
Okay.
I drew them.
Did you ever see the collection of photos I've seen a couple of times of people trying to sell mirrors on, Facebook Marketplace, and like they're them trying to take photos of the mirror without them being in the mirror, and the lengths that they go through to try to get out of the photo.
Oh, that's
They're like
fantastic.
hidden in the corner.
Yeah, like with just an arms peeking out.
Oh boy. Yeah. So things are good with me. So yeah, it's hiding the brows. That's basically what these glasses are. So get used to them,
great.
folks. I'm artsy.
I like it.
And are those clear? Those are non-prescription. They're reader.
No, they're
They're
readers. They're readers because I'm starting to. They're not fake. They're they're a
But then you
prescription.
can't just walk around with readers on, though, can you?
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Can you draw on a little goatee?
Like
Like a little soul patch? Just like a little.
it would look
So you're
too fake.
So you're like, yeah, no.
It would look
you're
too
like-
fake.
You're like, oh,
Maybe I will. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
I like it.
They're a very light reading, like the lightest one,
Okay.
because I am having trouble reading. I was late to work twice last month, because they text me in the morning to tell me what time I'm there, and I read it, and it's just like 8 o'clock, and I'm like 9 o'clock, all right, and fall back to sleep, and I come in, and they're like, "Where have you been?" So I'm having trouble reading. Enough about me.
I actually
Yeah.
did have an interesting day today. I got deposed.
Wait, for jury duty?
No,
He got deposed, and I got the drum.
no, I had so I was in a car accident.
Sorry, that was stupid.
I got into a car accident 3 years ago, and this bitch now is suing, basically an insurance scam, trying to sue my insurance company to get money. So I've been trying to avoid this for like.
How do you sue 3 years later?
Well, it's been going on for a year or 3 years. Yeah, it was 2021 was the accident. May of almost 3 years.
Did you talk about this when it happened?
I think I did mention that I got into an accident, but then I never didn't hear anything for a while, and then I just got something where the insurance company is like, they're suing. You're never gonna have to do anything. Don't worry about it. We'll keep you posted as it goes. Like you won't get affected by it. I'm like, all right. So out of sight, out of mind. Now every once in a while, I would get an email or a phone call just to let me know that it was still going on, and it was like, okay, like I could care less. And I would hang up. But then I get an email that says I have to get deposed on a Zoom meeting. And it was like during work. And I'm like, listen, I was told I didn't have to do anything for this.
Yeah.
I'm not taking off work for this shit.
Right.
So I've been trying to push it back. Eventually they were like, listen, you have to do it. So I did it today. And it was basically me battling with another lawyer, like, questioning me like I'm on the stand. And the guy was trying to fucking get me to like stick my foot in my mouth. And it was like playing
The lawyer's
chess.
coming at you hard.
The guy was coming at me hard, asking all these questions. And I thought I did fucking great. I actually gave up too much stuff where the guy kept on saying, I want to strike that from the record, because like he was giving me shit for, you're not answering the question I asked you, because I would just try and send digs every time I could at this lady and him. But my attorney said I did well. And
what was the accident?
so here's what happened. This lady was double parked
Well, what happened was
on Clinton Street in I think it's in Hempstead.
Bayshore?
Bayshore.
Sorry.
It's going around.
isn't that ironic?
It was on Clinton Street in Hempstead. Now there's 2 lanes going each way. I'm in the gas station, and I pull out to make a left. So I have to go past 2 lanes on the right. But she's double parked across the street. So she's in the right lane, all like the far right lane. When I make my left into to that lane, I'm in the inner lane now. She's in the far lane. As I cross her, she hits me. Which I'm starting to think this was a complete planned, let me get into a car accident and then sue.
But who did they say at the time was fault? At fault?
There was no fault putting in the police report. The cop didn't say anything. It wasn't like I didn't make an illegal turn.
Yeah, so how can you sue somebody? For that?
Exactly. So, and I'm talking this, I remember after, I don't know, you may remember this because I said I got into an accident, and if I had any balls, I would have asked this chick out because she was cute, if I remember correctly. And we were talking, having a good time. Like, she was nice. She was fine. I mean, we were going like 5 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Or
after the
desperate.
cops and all this shit happened, someone probably got in her ear, was like, oh, you should go to the hospital, or you should do whatever and sue. So now this has been going on.
But you were just driving straight when she hit you.
Yes.
Like you turned into the thing, but at the time of the
Exactly.
accident, you were going
So this guy's
straight.
trying his best to basically get me to say that I came out of the lot and didn't see her, and that it was my fault.
I love how they're trusting. It's 3 years ago. Like I don't know. I know how turns I make out of gas stations. I just want to know exactly where I
He's
was.
asking me all these questions, and I'm saying that I'm like, I don't remember this. But I remember like certain things, and like they try and just slip you up. They ask the same question 40 different ways. So my attorney's also texting me while I'm doing it, like, calm down, because she sees me getting annoyed. And
You're giving this guy attitude?
I'm giving this guy attitude. It's like how I treat cops.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm basically giving that demeanor back. I get it.
I
This
love
is how I am.
I love when people are trying to recall something and they try to prove to people that they they remember something, so they add extra detail that has nothing to do with it. Like, no, I remember because I was in the gas station and I just bought a pack of gum, so I remember. I remember that day.
I had a Mountain Dew.
I remember because I had the Mountain Dew. It's like you're arguing with like the person you're dating or whatever. And
She
you're like,
told me if you
no,
don't-
no, I remember because you were sitting right there, and then you said, and then I was sitting over here, and it's like that has nothing to do with the actual
Well, that's what the guy
memory. But
I didn't ask that question. He must have struck 40 things that I've said, like strike that from his testimony.
What
strike
kind of
that.
stuff do you strike? Like,
So like
it
one
wasn't
thing,
the-
like because every time I said like she was parked and then hit me, and now I mentioned insurance scams, that this lady's just trying to have an insurance scam.
Oh, so
And
he doesn't want that on
so
the
he doesn't
record.
want that on
Also,
the record.
also chicks going like, I remember I made a left, because I know it's the left, because like on your left side your eye's wonky, and he's like, please strike that from the.
and I was going to ask you out, but then I saw your eye, and I was like,
I had no balls that day, so I didn't ask her out.
And that's they were
I
like,
remember I was clenching because I had to shit. You know, so I was like squeezing my asshole because you're an asshole, and that's how I remember that. Like, all right. Strike all that.
they asked me one thing, and did you have a cell phone? I said, yeah, it was in my pocket. Because I always think that, they're going to try and get you on
Yeah.
the phone or say some shit.
Yeah.
I was 2 steps ahead of this guy. I was playing chess while he was playing checkers.
Look at you.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that. So is it now? What's the next step?
Yeah, but
Now
what
I
is
think
everyone
I
else playing? Because if everyone else is playing checkers, also you look like an asshole.
Well, I definitely looked like an asshole because I knew it was blatantly obvious that I wanted nothing to do with this guy. But so at one point, the guy kept on putting me on like, oh, I got to take a few minutes. Even my attorney was like,
He was
"What the
icing
fuck
you.
is going-" It was
Trying to get you
But
cooled down.
they go away, and now I'm the only face on the Zoom. And now my attorney's texting me like, "Get off the Zoom. You look frustrated."
Oh boy.
Because I'm sitting there like I almost cursed a couple times. I'm like,
boy.
oh, fucking mute.
Jesus Christ.
do you have anything that you wish you would have sued for? Like, I'm not a litigious person, but like, do you have anything in your life that you like? I could have sued for that. I had
Looking
a case
back
for
at
that,
this,
and
every accident I've ever been in, I would wish I should have sued.
yeah.
Because apparently you just go through it, and then like a few years down the road, you get a lump sum.
Yeah, when I got rear-ended in Nashville like a year or two ago now, like they didn't want to give me like a car that was the right car. They didn't want they made me wait like 6 to 8 weeks to get the thing fixed. I'm driving around, so it's like, and then when they fixed it, they only fixed like a little bit of it. Like it's still like if
Yeah,
you look at my
remember that,
car
yeah.
now, you can like kind of see like it's still like a little off, and it's like, man, I really should have just I should
Shit
sue
out of
because
everybody.
like
Sue everybody.
yeah,
But
and then
that's
my,
what they say too. Is when you sue everyone.
Well,
because
yes.
we're going through the other guy's car insurance, but then my car insurance goes up because I got I was doing all the right things.
Yeah.
It was 100% the other guy's fault. Like I'm the one who suffers the whole thing. Like I got to take the brunt of everything. Like I really wish but I know how my
Well, that's what I'm saying. I
Life
don't think
is-
to do that.
if I sue, I'll be the one guy who is like, now you don't get anything and you have to pay for a lawyer.
Did I tell you guys I got sued recently?
And also, you got to be in certain places at certain times when you're doing that. You got to be in court at this
Well,
stage.
that's the
You-
thing.
It
is
doesn't
you have
really
to
work with
deal
your
with a lot
lifestyle.
of you got to deal with a lot
Yeah.
of nonsense to go through with a lawsuit.
Yeah.
That it's like some people just like, oh fuck it, I'm going to make a lump sum at the end, so it's worth it. But
Yeah. You got sued?
I got sued recently by a comic that we all know.
No, for your eyebrows. And he won, which is why your eyebrows.
I
joke?
lost the eyebrows in the settlement.
was it for a joke?
What? One of my jokes about my kidneys or whatever? No.
It was like, that was my make-a-wish.
It was so like you said, when you sue, everybody's involved. So I guess it's my friend and it's done now. Like it was a mistake, but we got into an accident on the way home from a comedy festival. Yeah. And so we got it went to my parents' house and my mom got served. And it was like the comic's father who's on the insurance.
Serving?
No.
Oh.
The comic was served. It's Lauren Festa.
Yeah.
Everybody
No,
She
knows.
sued
I
you.
get that, yeah.
Yeah, but it was sort of
I
like
wouldn't have been so nice to her.
I would have never taken her
no,
home if that
it's-
was the case.
No, it's not. It's
Yeah.
not like she didn't realize because they go after everybody. She's not suing her own father, so they had a. They kind
Whose
of.
car was it?
It was hers,
was
and I
her
was
car.
driving. We got hit from behind. got tossed
No, I
around and
remember
all
that.
that.
But don't you just sue that person's shit?
Well, that's the problem. They sue
They
that
sue
person, but then
everybody.
the lawyers look at that and like, oh, well, there's just 2 more insurances. So
because they want to get their piece
so
from
they
everybody.
without like Lauren didn't hear from them, and they're like, all right, so now we're gonna sue your dad and your friend who was driving.
Wow.
So it was a whole long mistake, but yeah, it's scary. It's like
They were trying to ask for certain information because they want to know any other sort of income that you may have that they can go after.
that's what they do. And
so
by the
I
way,
told her, I laughed. I said, you know what? My credit sucks. Let her come after my fucking money. I got no money anyway.
by the way, Fest
what you have insurance
Fest is
for,
one of
though.
my great
what
friends,
I'm
and
saying.
she wasn't coming after me. So let that be known.
Can't believe Fest
I
has
love
sued
Lauren.
you.
Well, yeah, we laugh
Fuck
about it.
this bitch. She's never coming on this podcast.
We'll have her come on and
You're doing a show
we
with
can
her
bust
coming
show.
up.
Not anymore.
No, I love Lauren, and
Yeah, I like
everybody
her too. She's
follows.
great.
She's,
Yeah, you
she's
like her
hilarious.
until your insurance goes up.
I once was driving. I was driving down Hempstead Turnpike in Hempstead, and the road
Shout out Hempstead Turnpike.
and the road exploded in front of me.
What?
What do you mean?
They were working underneath the road, like a gas line or something. And whatever they did, the road literally blew up right in front of me, and I drove right into the rubble, and it just crashed through my window, and like it was just like,
Did you go down?
no, I stopped like right before the explosion. Like it blew everywhere, like and then it's just like I drove into it, and I stopped, and it was like a hole in the ground right in front of my truck.
Whoa.
So the whole truck was like fucked. I
Mangled?
couldn't drive, so I had to bring a tow truck to come pick up. Luckily, it was the end of my day. Luckily, like I care, like this, like I was everything got delivered. Don't worry.
Unfortunately, it was the end of your day.
Yeah, right.
So they had to bring a tow truck. They towed me and the truck back to the warehouse. But everybody was coming up to me after, like all the workers were like, they kept checking on me because I feel like I probably
Yeah,
feel like
you
worried
probably
that I'm
got
gonna.
a workers' comp forever and ever.
Yeah, but like I was like I didn't get hurt at all. I just like. But
Yeah,
I
but
could
that's what I'm
I could have played up like I can't drive a truck anymore. I'm too
Yeah.
scared. Like this is my livelihood. Now I
gotta
can't
go
do it.
PTSD.
I'm afraid that the road's gonna keep blowing up in front of me.
Yeah.
I keep seeing
seeing-
asphalt in front of my face. I,
I
go to
can't
sleep
even
and I
drive
see.
other cars now. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
it.
then
Your
but then,
life
like,
is
then what? I
done.
can't drive ever.
It's just
you know?
raining asphalt.
No, you go tell them I'm going to therapy to get through it.
Yeah, but like now I get a case against the town of Hempstead. It's a pretty good case. So I'm always like, should I have done? But I'm just like, I'm just
should've.
not a litigious person. I'm like,
not
I'm,
either,
I'm,
but
I'm like, I'm okay. I would be lying. Anything I would be doing, I would be lying.
I know, and I
Yeah.
agree with you, but I'm starting to feel like, you know what? If I ever get into an accident again, I'm fucking suing everybody. Fuck it.
Sue everybody. It's Jerky Boys. Okay.
Well,
Well,
yeah, I always think about that too, but like it's just going through that whole process.
Yeah, I
where I'm
hate
like, don't
paperwork,
wanna
and I
do
feel like
that.
there's so much paperwork attached with any
Yeah.
lawsuit.
Now everything's digital. It's easier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you end up suing your friend, and then you have to take it back. So that's what happens.
I almost got in a fight last week.
What?
A physical
Yeah.
fight?
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
What, stranger or somebody
Yeah,
you
stranger.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
He was holding a golf club, so I didn't really get too close.
Were you
Is that
at
Top Golf?
Were you at a
No
golf course?
No, we were at a soccer field, and he was hitting golf balls. And so me and Monique went and took a little picnic to Stony Brook University's right over here. I like to walk around Stony Brook University. It's like a nice
Yeah.
lit place. If it's at night,
It's
not
lit.
now. It's not
lit.
yeah, not now. You'll get arrested
lit.
if you try walking around it now. But so we took a little picnic, little poke bowls. We sat there, and then we would walk around the soccer field they have there, just like a big field. So we would. What I was doing is I was trying to make a romantic gesture, and I have this app Strava, and she uses it too.
I've
And
heard
like,
of this.
so it tracks your hikes and like it draws a line. So I like every time I see it, I look to see if like it looks like something, like my walk, my walk looks like something. So I thought I'm gonna draw something on purpose. So I was
heart.
gonna write out the name of her company. She's got
Oh.
healing motion massage, but I didn't tell her that. So I was going for a walk in this field. So I'm making like left cuts. She's like, what the hell are we doing? I'm like we're kind of just walking in circles, And
Oh,
it
like
came
in
out.
cursive. You're walking in cursive.
Yeah, it came out awful.
Terrible,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm like, I
Was
don't
it
know.
even close?
The
Could you
H
read
and
it?
the H and the E was pretty good, and it just started it's like crumbling. The further away I got, but it was nice because it was a soccer field, so you kind of had a gauge as to where you were in the field. It was kind of using it as lines.
So you
when
were
I got to
using
the
that?
when I got to the top of the field, I knew I was at the top, so I used that as like loose leaf lines to like draw it out.
That's a patient woman. If somebody
still didn't
started
work.
drawing me around on a field, I'd be like, "We're done."
Also,
We're done.
you could have gone with like a way shorter word.
Well,
I was thinking just a heart.
A
Make
heart
it one
is the way to
big.
do it.
Yeah, I know. I should have done a heart. Yeah.
With an M
Well, my
in the
first thought before I did my first thought before I did this was I was going to walk around like the blocks by my house, so kind of like a grid. I'm like, I'm going to write adult babies in the grid. In the grid.
You're going way too intricate.
Yeah. So anyway, I was trying to do that, and then so we're at one side of the field, and this guy's at the other side of the field hitting golf balls, and he almost hits us.
Oh, he didn't even hit yell 4.
He never yelled 4. Yeah. So I'm like, I look up, I see a ball come rolling down on my feet. I'm like, this fucking guy's crazy. Yeah. So I pick up a couple of those balls. I threw one back at him, and then yeah, I mean, I didn't even get close.
Like angry, like son of a gun.
But then I looked stupid because I made it halfway towards him, and I just looked like a guy just giving him his ball back.
You left this over here, sir.
Yeah. So then I see, like, I think maybe like he notices that we're walking, so then he's kind of just like not swinging anymore. So I think maybe he like realized that he almost hit us. So then we wrapped up, the writing of healing. I just got the healing by. I didn't write the whole thing. I just yeah.
That's way.
So then I had another ball in my hand, so I throw it back at him. He's like, "Thank you." I said, "It's not a driving range, like I'm far away." Yeah. So he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see it." I said, "Yeah, but you shouldn't be hitting balls here anyway,
Oh, and, he said sorry right away, dude.
Right away.
Yeah,
right.
but before that, I had seen him hitting balls with his dog right in front of him. Like he was teeing off with his dog right in front of him, and I'm like, this guy's a fucking asshole. He's gonna hit his dog. Like he's not. If you're golfing on a soccer field at Sunnybrook, you're not good enough to know you're not gonna hit your dog that's in front of him. So I hated this guy. Yeah. I hated this guy from the get go. So he's like, oh, I didn't see him. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, you too broke to go to a driving range? You broke dick? I said, I'm gonna go to the driving range.
That's what you
said.
Like
you went really hard.
I did go hard.
You went a little. I think you went a little too hard.
This guy was probably like, I apologize. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, I said sorry, dude. Like twice. Yeah.
No,
Also, as soon as I saw you, I stopped hitting him.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, bro.
But like we were like he said,
I didn't realize somebody was drawing on the field.
Yeah.
You're too broke to take your girlfriend to a real spelling bee? He just flips it.
There's no spelling bee. I get heated
In the middle,
quick.
if you walk, you're like,
yeah.
Go around him.
So I know the smart thing to do is just walk away. Like, I just don't like inconsiderate people. Like you see people walking, you're hitting golf balls. Like, and this is not for golf. This is for,
This is for drawing healing in the middle of a field.
It's for going for a walk or playing. If somebody's playing soccer back there. So we go back and forth a little bit. Whatever. He's like. At one point, yeah. But he's holding a golf club. The whole time he's holding a golf club.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not stupid enough to,
So you didn't almost get into a fight.
Well, I didn't want to say I'm like,
put the golf club down.
Because then if he puts it down, then I got no excuse. That
go.
golf club was the only thing keeping me from like that. That was my pride and be like, well, I couldn't fight him at a golf club. As soon as he puts it down, I got no reason to not fight this guy. And
All right, let's go.
And I've also never been in a fight in my entire life. I like this, and this guy was like definitely would have fucking murdered me.
He's an athlete.
But then at one point he did call me the derogatory term for a gay guy, F word, full thing. The whole 6-letter version of it. Yeah. So I go. Oh, okay. And I guess now we've exposed who we all are. I guess that's who you are.
Get that vibe from the golfer on Long Island.
Well, no, but he was like had black hat and just.
He looked
the black hat.
Yeah, he looked like.
What happened to this camera?
I called somebody that actually at a softball game.
Nah.
From the other team.
Oh, jeez.
And the kid goes, did somebody on the other team just call me up and repeated it? And now everyone was dying because it was like, you know what? I'm sorry. It's a good term to rag someone. I mean, I
disagree, but sure. Yeah, no, go do your thing. Live your life.
I mean, it doesn't.
Oh, we ran out of battery?
Oh. Do we have to? Should I not do anything funny right now? Don't do anything funny.
Do what you're doing.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, so would we run out of battery on the camera? Is this the new one? Oh.
No, the new one's right in front of us. Say hi to the new camera. I was talking about the new camera before, and then you started talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce and some kind of sex scandal.
I just hope they go down for the Diddy scandal.
So I'm gonna wrap up the story quick.
Do you think Jay-Z was didding
Diddying. So then he calls me that. Then I'm like, all right, I see who you are. We just at each other. And then he said, he goes, yeah, keep walking in circles out there. I was doing something romantic.
I was writing healing.
It was cursive.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Maybe you know something about it.
What did Monique do during this whole thing?
She's like, just walk away, stop. And she's all panicked.
Nah.
But he was with a girl too, so it was like,
what was her girl doing?
nothing, just
His
sitting there
girl.
like a dum-dum. Yeah.
Oh. I think you went a little too hot.
Yeah, no,
you and I.
I would have. I like when a
a
relationship goes into like the guys are fighting and the girls feel like they gotta start getting involved.
Yeah, I know.
So now it's a
And then
couple fight.
we still wanted to go for like a walk around the campus. So
But now you can't?
No, we did. Yeah,
Oh, all right.
and I make a joke about it. Shortly after that.
Do you cool down fast?
Yeah.
Like you get hot fast.
Yeah, I
but
sat
you
in the
cool-
car and I took a breath and I was like, yeah.
That's good.
Because listen, the guy wasn't right, but you came at him.
Yeah. I should have when he apologized, but I just like you literally almost hit us.
You could have thrown in a little something on the when he was like, oh, sorry. Be like, yeah, it's right. You're sorry. You dumb idiot.
You dumb idiot.
At one point he was walking away and he's like you fucking with the wrong guy and he was walking away. I go, yeah, then why are you walking away?
You said that?
Yeah.
No, you're brazen. I wouldn't do that.
I know.
But you know what? I have a big mouth. Like if somebody says that, I'm
you
going to
do.
double down on
Yeah.
it. I'd rather get my ass kicked doubling down than be like, oh, you're a bad guy and walk away.
I don't want that. Now,
I've gotten better at that and put myself in those positions, but
it'd be funny if the Strata app picked up you got into a fight with this guy, and now it's just picking up you rolling around.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you tried to spell healing here, and now there's a.
Just looks like a
just a-
period.
Weird punctuation. Yeah, like some weird punctuation over here.
Strava.
Is that a
by the way.
comma?
Strava. Strava. Oh,
Yeah.
man. Well, I didn't
But
know
I'm good.
that
I'm
he
all-
had
yeah.
this in you. Good. I'm glad.
Yeah, no.
You
fights.
did have a preconceived notion about this guy. You didn't like him already. I think that's probably why you went.
Yeah.
That's
Because
why
of
I
the dog.
say I would do everything that bothers him before he got to know me. That's say we saw each other, like he would
Right.
come at me, and then me being me, I would go right back at him, and we would never get into that. Where, oh, like wow, we actually like each other if we got to know each other.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, no, I think I was like really when I saw him hitting towards the dog, I was like, I wanted to say something then.
Should go
I
get
wanted
the
to- I
dog.
wanted
You
to
should go get the
I wanted
dog.
to go up to him and be like, "Are you fucking stupid? Like if you would have hit that dog, I would have found some way to get beat up by him."
And subsequently attacked by the dog.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But then you could sue him,
yeah.
There you go. He
I
just
know-
put
yeah.
a button in that whole
sue
thing.
him and the fucking dog.
So
And Stony Brook.
And
Stony
Stony
Brook.
Brook.
yeah, you didn't keep me protected on your soccer field.
Sue everybody.
Yeah, you should have a police presence on the soccer field.
But I'm laughing. I'm like, you can't. It's not meant for golfing. But I'm like, yeah, it's also not meant for walking around. It's meant for playing soccer. Really, you're not, like I'm not supposed to be there either. Just walking around in circles. I don't go to school there. Like
Yeah, I mean, neither one of you is supposed to be there.
yeah. Why does this camera keep going off?
Is it that we're here too early? We rushed this today.
I'm too handsome for the camera.
You're too much.
I'm too handsome for the camera.
The camera. Should we continue?
Is the
talking?
recording still going? Like the voice? Oh, all right. So then, yeah, we're good.
So what's up with you, Neil? How's life on the road? I'm afraid to ask.
I know. That's a loaded question.
How's life? Just
you
the good
know,
stuff. The good stuff. Give us
yeah.
any good stories
Nothing
out
good?
It's bad.
there? New tattoos?
I have a new tattoo.
I
Where?
saw.
Rodney.
Oh, I like it. I saw a photo.
How
of
did
it.
the kneecap feel?
Oh wow!
Oh,
look
right
at
below
that.
the kneecap. Oh, nice.
I
I,
like
do
it.
like that.
Kneecap sucked.
Yeah, I can imagine that sucks.
Jesus. You were where'd you get that?
It's my buddy Nate. He's actually from Richmond, but he was in Rhode Island while I was in Rhode Island.
Okay.
He had drawn that like a year ago, and I saw it like in his sketchbook, and I was like, "Who's that on?" And he's like, "Nobody." And I was like, And then next time I saw him, I didn't have availability, like I wasn't able to like get tattooed. And he was like, "Well, if you want to come down, I'll do it." And I was like, "I can't really right now." And then when I was in Rhode Island, he was like, "Dude," I was like, "Oh, you're gonna be at wherever in Providence. Oh, Torchbearer in Providence. Like, I'm going to be there. And he's like, oh, come down. He's like, I know things are tight for you, so like, I'll just do it. And I was like, well, I'm not going to not do that. That sounds great. So I got to figure out a way to get it back to him, but you know.
He just did it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's the life I want to live. Yeah. Somebody just do something to me.
Like if you did with that Rob White podcast, does he charge those people if he comes on the podcast?
No. Oh yeah, what'd you get for Rob's? Where is it? What am I looking at?
Yeah, it's way too close.
The shark?
The shark and the anchor.
Oh, that's new? That wasn't part?
December.
Huh. I feel like that's always been there.
No, late December. That was Rob White's podcast.
I got to reach out to Rob.
Yeah,
I would do
tattooed
that.
there.
I would do that.
Yeah. Wait, what is the deal with this one? He does tattoos on his show?
He does
on
like a
his
podcast where
yeah.
like he tattoos you and like talks to you while he's tattooing you. And that's,
But I have nothing to talk about, but I'd love to go on that.
You have plenty to talk about.
Do people want to listen?
No. That's a different story.
listen to it.
Nobody wants to listen, but you have a lot to talk about.
Did that go off again?
Something's not right over there.
Yeah, what are you doing to the camera?
Jesus.
Carry on.
How much is that annoying you right now?
It's annoying. Well, because like I didn't have enough time. I got this new camera, so now we got 3 cameras. I'm doing 4K for the first time, and I'm just like I didn't have enough time to practice.
I'm waiting for him to launch that camera into a wall.
I don't got that kind of temper.
Give it to the guy with the golf club.
Yeah.
You know, you got to be careful. You don't know what type of guy that is.
I got called something in a nice way at work. I dropped something off, and this guy in the kitchen said, "Thank you, Capitan." What do you guys think about that?
I don't hate that.
It's better than boss.
Is that?
It's so much better than boss.
Yeah.
I don't like boss.
I got called boss just last week, and I hated it.
Oh.
By the guy with the
by a
golf
kid.
club? Oh.
He was like 20 years old. Thanks, boss.
I feel like people like at delis do that. a lot.
I'm a big sir. I say sir.
I do, sir. But I think I might bring the Capitan into it.
So
sounds,
is that just captain? Was that?
Yeah, but in a fun, classy way.
Yeah.
Capitan.
Is it classy or is it?
It sounds classy to me.
Sarcastic?
Yeah.
You think it's sarcastic?
Thank you, Capitan.
Yeah, that's how I feel like it is too.
All right,
No,
that was a lot.
He didn't say it like that though. He said, "Thank you, Capitan," and I was like, oh.
That guy probably just doesn't know how to say captain correctly.
"Well, maybe that's the right way to say it." In his
Sometimes hear people that I like around work calling a guy they work with primo.
that's cousin.
Is that what it is? Cousin?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
I looked that up because
I like primo.
everybody kept calling me primo everywhere I go.
I also like Ak. I like
Ak, yeah.
Ak or Aki. Like,
what does Ak mean? Because I've heard Ak
brother.
in like hip hop terms, but where is that stem from?
Middle Eastern somewhere.
Oh yeah,
hip hop terms.
you've heard that before, like
What, Aki?
Ak.
Ak,
I never heard that.
You have.
Have I?
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
brother. It's some Mediterranean or Middle Eastern Arabic or
Yeah, I've heard like in songs people
Akbar?
saying Ak.
Is it based off
Ak.
of something
I don't
like
know.
that? Akbar?
Probably. Yeah. I don't know.
somewhere along those-
somewhere
Some
along the
derivative
lines,
of it.
yeah.
I don't
Ak,
know. Yeah.
Ak or Aki.
I don't like. I feel like I say there's a thing that I say too often, and I stop myself. It's buddy. I call people buddy.
I
way
say
too much.
buddy a lot,
I
but
do
whatever.
say
But-
say bud and buddy.
I say
Yeah.
bud and buddy, but like I feel like I don't know. I don't think it's a great. I don't think people like it. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think people like when you talk to them in general.
Hey, bud. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah,
bud.
yeah.
I do a lot of thanks, bud. Thanks, buddy.
When I find that in text, I do that a lot. Like I'll be like, "Hey, bud, what's going on with blah blah blah."
I like it in
"Hey,
text.
bud."
I don't know.
That's when you write like, hey, it just seems weird.
So I had a female friend of mine like do like a whole thing on Instagram where she was like getting mad that guys would say "hey" to her.
like
It's
through
feminine.
text.
Yeah, and
I
I was
get
like,
that, but,
and I
like-
asked, I was like, "Hey, what's the problem with?"
You
I
started
just did
saying
it. Yeah,
hey.
I was like, "What's the problem there?" Because like I say "hey" almost exclusively, but like, and she never got back to me about it, and I was like, "Oh."
I don't understand what is
I
bad
get
about
it,
hey.
but I don't agree with it.
Versus like
What do
hi.
you- I don't get it.
So
at
here's
all.
to me, when I'm talking to girls,
Hey is for
they
horses?
say hey, like that's how I hear
It
it.
feels feminine.
Yeah. When most guys generally speaking, will write, "Hi, what's up, yo."
You
Hi
talked about this a
sounds-
little bit before, and I've said I don't like. I feel like when guys say K, like
Yeah.
I said,
Oh, the
okay,
Yeah.
or like that to
Yeah.
me. So I was like, interesting choice.
Ex-
yeah.
And that's why I say
We've had this exact
I
conversation.
exactly.
before.
I don't
Yeah.
agree
But now
with
with hey-
hey being that,
Yeah.
but I do see.
Hey,
it.
Yeah,
no,
hey,
hey-
to me seems like
Yeah. How else are you supposed to start it?
yeah.
I don't know. I do hey all the time.
Because I don't like what's up.
Ugh.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the
Yeah.
what's
How about
hi?
How about sup?
sup.
Sup?
What about sup slut?
That's a good one.
Is that a good
You
one?
should,
Sup,
you should have
Ock.
been like, is cunt better?
You can't monetize on YouTube now.
No.
No.
Wait, why?
They say the C word is like the N word.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
That's what YouTube
You're
says.
bringing us down.
Says hate speech.
You're
I
bringing
love
us down.
that word.
Liz's special got demonetized because she calls her cat a cunt
Really?
That's crazy.
at minute 51.
Oh.
Oh my god.
That sucks.
What's this new platform that comics are putting their stuff on? They say it's like that you can monetize and you can.
OnlyFans?
No, it's
The
Punch Up,
comics do
Punch
it on
Up, Punch Up
OnlyFans?
Live.
Yeah, I've seen a couple people on it. I don't know. I don't know.
Do
And
any
you can
comics?
put like tour dates on it, and you can like
Yeah,
you can a lot more like accessibility to the comic right within there.
but Patreon's the same thing. I don't know.
Do comics actually go on OnlyFans as comics?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know who. I never.
A lot, and now even more because they do the LMAOF, which is like the OnlyFans like comedy.
Oh,
They've done some
yeah.
roasts and stuff on there, right?
Huh?
They've done some roasts on
They
there.
did some roasts, and then they've done like specials. So they'll do like the best of Austin, and it'll be like 6 comics from Austin that also have OnlyFans,
Huh.
but like
Maybe I should
OnlyFans
get
for
OnlyFans.
comedy. Well, I
Yeah, you
imagine
should
you
get
could
an
do it for
OnlyFans.
both, but
But a lot of female comedians have done it, showing off their bits.
well, like Karen.
bits,
Yeah,
as in
she does
comedy bits, or bits like
Bits and bits.
Karen does like full nudes and
yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
that's what I'm
like,
saying.
her butthole's on the internet.
And there's a few.
Who's this?
Karen Fian?
And she does comedy naked?
No. Well, I mean, I imagine she could,
She probably could. But
but
yeah,
she does comedy. She's like
she's
a
on
very strong comic. She's a very good comic.
And she also does nudes.
But to make money additionally from comedy, because comedy doesn't pay, she shows her butthole.
Yeah. Morgan Gallo's on there now.
Yeah,
I
I'm
wanna
sure
see
there's
a
a bunch of
butthole.
girls. I'm sure a bunch of girls are on there.
Yeah, I mean, if I maybe I'll show my lack of brows up there. You know, show the
That's what I was
full,
going to say. You should just, show your
go
butthole.
full Charlie Villanueva. He's a hairless.
It's just it's the worst. Man, I don't mean to like go on a tangent about it, but it's just
No,
like
please do.
it's like comedy pays so shitty that it's like in the same breath people be like, oh, like you're so talented, you should be on Netflix. Do you ever think about driving Uber?
Yeah.
It's like, can't I just have this job? Like other people have just their job.
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't that be like a thing? I don't know.
It should be,
All right.
but it's not.
No, it's not.
I didn't even make enough money for my real job.
Well, that's because New York sucks the most and America's in the fucking shithole. So, but yeah,
I can't say you're wrong.
everyone needs a fucking side hustle, like doctors. It's like
It's like that new commercial they have out where it's
No one's
like,
gonna make money.
save up money, get a job, save up money, buy a house. And then they keep on doing, then it's like, get a second job, rent, get roommates.
I'm never gonna own a house. I'm never gonna own anything.
That's what they say. This whole generation is never gonna. I mean, I owned the house for. I still own a house technically, but
Yeah.
I was very fortunate that I bought a house for my mother, and
Are you? What's the
Yeah,
deal?
everyone I know that has a house like has inherited or like that like hybrid inherited.
There's
like,
a lot of that.
No
yeah.
one's buying a house anymore. Like
Yeah.
on Long Island, no
I mean, I
one.
might buy like once this house goes up, like sells, I should make money, and
You'll be able
like,
to buy a house.
I'd like to think I will buy a house. Yeah,
Well, you if you stop buying cameras, you might.
that
have
is what I'm putting most of my money into
Yeah.
right now is cameras and that don't work. And
Yeah, but that's a.
that's the old camera. That should work.
Yeah. Don't let it bother you.
I'm not letting
I
it bother me. I just
You
want.
feel-
I want to keep just turning it on. It just went off. Just went off as you said. It just went off again.
Did it? I feel like it's taken you to now. There's
That's
this
fine.
Whole, this
I'm
whole
not. You
other
guys
side
did.
of
You guys did the podcast for years without me. You should be able to.
So
handle-
I'm not in the episode.
You're gonna keep cutting out, yeah. But audio, no. But you're like the audio version, which is
most people
most people just listen to this. The YouTube,
Yeah, but without the clips, what was the point?
That's true. You want to sit over here?
Hopefully, the camera was catching the good stuff.
Yeah. Nah, it didn't.
It always does. Come on.
I'm real negative these days.
Are you
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Get out of here. Yeah, we know that, but
It's bad. it's bad.
I'm negative too.
It's bad.
But not negative. Yeah, I guess we're negative.
And it's hard to even complain about stuff because it's like I know that it's everywhere. I know that it's everyone. Like everyone's making what they made 3 years ago, and the prices have literally doubled in 3 years.
Yeah.
So it's like, like 3 years ago, Subway ran $5 footlongs. And gas was gas was like $2.80, and hotel rooms were $80, and now hotel rooms are $150, and footlongs are like $12 or $15. Like
I'm a Jersey Mike's guy now, by the way. So
yeah, but Jersey Mike's like a full length of Jersey Mike's is
$20.
I get a mini.
There's nothing anymore that's like an affordable or cheap. Even fast food is expensive.
The only place is Chili's.
Yeah, Chili's.
Well,
Actually
those chain restaurants are now getting cheaper.
Yeah,
because fast food prices are
fast
out of
food is
control.
ridiculous.
Did you see what happened at Met Stadium where they gave away dollar hot dogs? How many they sold?
Tuesday, no.
So they did dollar hot dogs, right?
Yeah.
They sold 40. I think it was like 40,000.
Oh, it was something insane.
It was
right?
an insane number.
It's like one per person.
Yeah, but you got to figure there's only 10,000 people. Like it was.
No, Mets games.
But on a weekday night in
May.
May.
Okay, so probably 30,000 people.
No, I'm saying probably like 15, 20,000.
No, we can find out. Go ahead.
You
Finish
can
your
find
story.
out.
Finish your story.
Well, my whole point was you would think some of these places would realize that you're going to sell stuff, right? So you're making your money. That's what these things are all ridiculously priced. But like, think about a family if you wanted to take your 2 kids and your wife to a
dude.
game. It's like a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
So you would think that these places, like they realize that like, wow, look how many hot dogs we sold just putting these things at $1. Like you'd probably sell more and maybe make more money if you lowered the prices. But instead they just keep
got
on
people to actually go there, yeah.
to go there.
Attendance was 23,000, so 2 a person.
Yeah, but think about that. It's crazy.
All right. Well, so I went to the game Monday. My buddy was in town from Nebraska, and he was bringing his wife and his friend, and they had an extra ticket, and they know I'm a Met fan. And he's like, "Hey, come." The parking, like I didn't drive there because I was like, I literally can't afford to park at the game. Like I can't afford to go to a game that I have a free ticket for. I took the train.
It was true.
I took the train. It was $12 each way, and
Which you might as well pay the 30 for parking.
yeah, like at that point, yeah. Well, I saved money on gas.
No.
And then like I was like, oh, maybe I can get like a hot dog.
Pick the wrong night. You got to go to
No,
free
dude,
hot dogs.
Yeah, it was the next night.
But you know what? It's
but then I
true,
looked
though.
at the tickets. Dude, the tickets were $140. So $140, you're taking your kid, your girl, like
2 kids and a wife, you're spending $150 a ticket, $600 just for the 4 of you to get in the stadium.
then the cheapest
$30 for parking, $20 for gas.
No, 40 minimum.
Okay.
40 is
so
the
40
minimum.
for that, plus just say even $5 for gas, because the gas you're not using that much. So that's another 45. Now you're up to $650, and you haven't even gotten. You're sitting with your kids. You haven't gotten them a shirt, a fucking hand thing, a hot dog. Let's say everybody gets a hot dog, fries, and a drink, which is not a lot.
It's $25 each.
$20. Yeah, probably $20 each. That's another $100.
Crazy.
You're spending almost $1,000.
But it's like
for a regular, like a 3-hour Met game.
But it's 2 hours and a half, 2.5 now because of the pitch clock. Also, like, we're not even like food just in general.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, it's like, oh, for a hot dog, fries, and a drink at the game, it's $25. But like, I'd wonder right now, like, if I went on Nathans.com and priced a hot dog, fries, and a drink, I bet it's
Probably
close.
similar. It probably is.
Because now, especially too, now that's just for argument's sake, so you don't want to go there. You want to DoorDash it, right?
Oh no, forget DoorDash. And then it's like, oh, it's $2.49 delivery fee, but we'll waive it if you spend $25. And so it's like delivery fee $2.49, discount $2.49, taxes and fees.
Yeah.
$8.49. So
Yeah,
what the fuck is the fees?
Yeah.
I thought you're waiving the fee. There's another fee?
And then they do
I never
so.
looked.
I order food at work now. Like the company thankfully gives us food 2-3 days a week. We get like a lunch at least from them, which is nice. But the other days, like me and my guys laugh about it. I'd say you order, just for argument's sake, a sandwich from a deli. I'll use Sequa. That's the one I go to most. Like, you get a deli sandwich. I'm talking about just a chicken.
Are you adding lettuce? Because lettuce is now
that's
$1.
right, and that was my next
tomatoes
point.
now $1.
They tell you, oh, a panini's $7.99. No, it's not. Because by the time you put lettuce, cheese, and like a fucking sauce on it, it's now $14. So listen to this, how much I spent
Lunch
the other
is
day.
minimum $20.
At minimum.
Minimum.
And if you can't go to the place to pick it up
Forget
directly
it.
and you need to order it, you're coming close to 30.
Yeah.
I ordered literally a drink, a bag of chips, and a sandwich, which a few years ago, that should, to me, that should be $10.
Yeah, well,
And that's still, but
we're
whatever.
far away from
We're
that.
talking about 20, I think it was $28 after 10.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so sick. Like, you have to work. Like, I saw a thing the other day. It was like, if you can't afford 3 meals on your day's wage, like, what the fuck are we doing this for?
Oh, yeah.
will there be?
No.
No, you don't. You don't.
It's going to get
think-
worse and worse.
You just,
It's not going to. It's not going
The
to.
problem is your income isn't increasing. Everything else is increasing but your wages.
Yeah.
I was looking at.
Or even if places are like, I mean, I've seen places where it's like, your 6-month review or your 18-month review, you can get up to a 3% increase.
Yeah.
And it's like, for cost, it's like, okay, but literally every rental lease, every year it can go up 10%.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not equal.
It's never been equal.
Yeah.
But
I just got a raise, but
I did too.
yeah. I'm in the union, so I tell you.
yeah, but like, I don't want to like shit on anyone, but like, are you killing it? I mean, you're doing fine.
He's doing very well.
You're doing fine, but you also like work 19 jobs. Like, you were driving Uber 60 hours a week.
No, I work
in
a lot of
addition to
hours
your
to
work.
make the
Well,
money
that's
I
what I'm
make.
Yeah,
saying.
so it's like, yeah, you're doing fine, you know, but it's like,
The people I know who are doing well too, it's like, yeah, you're doing well, but you're working like a fucking madman.
yeah. Like Ryan's actually like the success story. And it's like, okay.
I mean, listen, there's people out there who do well and can do like,
Yeah, sure.
But for majority, yeah,
The majority of
it's a
people
fucking
are
check
not.
to check.
Yeah. And it's like, you need people, like, you need a partner, you need a teammate.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you're like I see people who have like 2 kids, and it's like, oh, you're done.
Yeah.
Like
It's true.
if you didn't inherit a house, you're done.
It's so true.
All right.
Yeah, but wait.
This
so-
was a fun episode.
we knew it would be. It's just Ryan messing around with lighting and us complaining about prices.
Do we want to talk about Jerry Seinfeld
fucking
real
his
quick?
shitty movie.
Oh God.
So we all watched Unfrosted.
But so like, he also like said dumb shit recently.
Yeah.
What did he say?
What did he
'cause
say?
He just said like woke culture. First of all, at this point, anyone who says woke culture is like, immediately I'm
It's
out.
just-
Like, okay. But he's like, woke culture's ruining comedy. And the one thing that he did say, he's like, could you even get away with doing a scene like the rickshaw scene that Seinfeld did? And then Rob McElhaney from
Always
Sunny
Yeah.
just replied probably,
Yeah.
and then with a photo of their rickshaw scene, which was like even more absurd.
Yeah.
But like, dude, it's just that whole take is just such a like, oh, there's no good music anymore. Like, you're not looking.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
comedy is
Are
fun.
you still watching NBC?
Yeah, like-
is that weird? Is that the problem?
That's-
Like,
that is what.
there's nothing good on NBC to start with.
Yeah,
It's
like
not-
comedy's killing it right now. Like, yeah, there's Nate who's like squeaky clean, but also there's like Shane Gillis and Big J who are not,
Yeah.
and like
and
they're
he was
both
just,
doing
he
fine.
was just on that John Mulaney show sitting next to Stavros.
Did you watch that?
I'm like,
Earthquake and all them?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
like, you're sitting next to Stavros, who does nothing. Like, he used to have a podcast called Come Town, and now he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. Everything's fine.
It really is.
It really is. I say the most absurd shit. Who said it today? Oh, Jon Stewart was like, yeah, there's like 2 words I have to stop saying.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, dude.
I also think if you're good enough, there's a way you should be able to divvy
Yeah.
around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the most out of touch.
People are talking about it
vibe.
too much. It's like it's feeding itself. If people just stop talking about it, it would just go away.
Well, I actually
the only thing that the problem is that people keep talking about it.
And I said it on watching the show, the Brady roast last night.
Oh, I mean, the amount of stuff said on
the
that.
amount of stuff that I even said to him, I
haven't
said
watched it
it's
yet.
almost like it's
They were leaning in for sure,
Yeah.
but also terrible.
I thought there was some good
What
ones.
do you
thought,
mean by
honestly, like-
when you say terrible as in not funny or terrible as in mean?
No, terrible, like bad, like not done well, like not good. I will say Bill Belichick had some funny lines.
Bill
so whoever
Belichick
was
was
writing,
funny.
whoever wrote for him was funny.
I thought Nikki Glazer was really funny.
I can't watch her, so I don't know. But
Why?
Ryan, you want to field this one?
She had a
No, I
had a
do
great
not.
set. She had a great set.
Okay, good for her.
I'm a big fan of Nikki Glazer.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
No, you're enough. Apologize. People love her.
She crushed.
Okay, I didn't see hers.
Tony Hinchcliffe,
I heard his was good
His
too.
was great.
fantastic.
But I watched like 5 or 6 people, and I was like, get it off. Get
There
it
was
off.
a lot of bad, but I really enjoyed it, and I was telling him, I was like, this is something I'm not going to be into.
Like, I thought Bledsoe did a pretty good job. Like, some of those guys, my bar isn't high, though. They're not comics.
Yeah, well, those guys have a bigger writing staff.
Yes, but
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
also still don't know how to, like we were saying, the timing's
No, they don't.
off. There's no timing.
Belichick's delivery was awful.
He just,
yeah. Like, I thought Bledsoe did pretty good.
I didn't see him either.
I don't remember Bledsoe.
Moss was terrible.
There's a bunch I don't remember. But like I was telling him, if somebody were to read, if a real comic read Randy Moss's stuff, it'd be funny. It would because the jokes were there, but he just had no way of saying it.
Whatever. The point is, you can say whatever the fuck you want
can.
still, except apparently cunt on YouTube.
Yeah,
And
well,
that's-
that's twice now. So
Well, no, you were already once
We're-
is
we're
enough.
already
yeah,
done.
yeah, once was already.
No,
That's
in for a
crazy.
penny, in for a pound.
That's
Might as well
one of
let
my
it fly.
favorite
Yeah, might as well
fucking
line it
words.
up.
That's why I love BBC shows because they use cunt all the time.
Yeah, Liz now, I imagine it can't be on her next YouTube special, has a bit now talking about like getting canceled, and she's like, I grew up saying cunt. Like, if it's hate speech, I have to apologize to my sister. It's like, yeah. All right. Well, it's funnier to me. All right.
So did we all watch Unfrosted?
Yeah.
Do we want to get into
Yeah, I
it?
had asked you, and then you just.
I said I watched it.
Yeah, I know, but I'm like, I just opened up a text to you guys. I'm like, has everybody watched Unfrosted? And you're like, movie stinks. All right, well, I guess there goes the theatrics of that conversation.
yeah. So what'd you think of it?
Yeah, no, it was not good. I will say, like, I thought it was
It had moments.
like kind of fun to watch at times. Like, I think there were good jokes sprinkled in there, but my whole point was like Jerry Seinfeld is supposed to be this comedic genius. You were the head of the best comedy show that ever happened, and now I feel like he's got too much pressure to hold that. If he's gonna make something, it's got to be as good as Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And this was like a cartoon. He made a goofy cartoon. It was
That
silly.
was-
And
He
he's-
made a kids movie.
He's hiding.
That's what he's been doing for the last.
It's a kids
10 years.
movie.
Yeah, he made a B movie. He made B movie, which is literally
Yeah.
a kids movie. But so he's hiding
He's
behind.
making movies for the women he's trying to bang
yeah.
It could be.
without feathers.
I was so disappointed because it was his.
So I don't mind watching a conversation with him. I'm fascinated by him just as a person. I don't think he's talented to make. If it was that, we all know if it wasn't for Larry David, Seinfeld wouldn't have been what it was. And he can't make something on his own. This is what he does by himself. It's goofy bullshit. He's a child at heart, and he's hiding behind he's hiding behind a true criticism of his work by being like, it's a fun, silly movie. Make something good. How about that? How about try something and set the bar high and try to get there instead of hiding behind like, I wasn't really trying to make anything serious. It was just like a fun movie.
Is that what he's saying?
Well, he
No,
said
that's
it
what
was
he's-
like a
by
fun,
making this
it's
movie,
like a
like-
fun movie. Like, you can't take that serious. The movie was terrible.
Yeah.
I didn't find it enjoyable to watch.
No, it wasn't. Really.
I mean, and there was so many. I mean, everybody was in it.
It felt like it almost felt like fan service. It felt like the way like when Star Wars releases like a TV show.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's a young this person, that's a old that person, that's a Jedi from the books, that's a guy from Legends. It's like, oh, that's Mikey Day from Sarah. Oh, Kyle Mooney. Oh, Beck Bennett. Oh, that's that guy. Oh, that's fucking Sarah Cooper from the lip sync videos. That's that person. It's like, all right, dude.
That's what I did. That's what I did most of the movie.
That's what. To me, that was the enjoyable part.
I was like stoked to see Andy Daly play the Quaker guy.
Daly,
I was like, oh, it's great. Andy Daly's in this,
and that's why I gave it as high a ranking as I did.
That's why you got it at 2.5
parts. Well, I moved,
and there were like decent jokes in it.
I will say I laughed out loud 2 times, maybe 3 times, but
I agree with that.
That's a terrible ratio
for an hour and 45 minutes.
Hour 45 minutes and the greatest comedic minds of our time. Like, all right.
Like, who's behind this and goes like, yeah, no, this is good. It all felt like writer's room stuff, but like from early ass comics writing, like, oh, and then it'd be funny if like it was like a ravioli that came to life. Like, oh yeah, we got to write that. That'd be funny.
And then, but don't
you see that?
Watch that movie and be like, wow, let's go. This is it. It's ready. Like, that's to me where I'm like, at no point you don't watch that and be like, this is terrible.
No, they just rely on.
And then one of my least favorite things about a comedy that takes place in the past is when they do little hints at things in the future, like when Jim Gaffigan is looking through the paper. He goes, "Oh, Vietnam. That sounds like a good idea." Oh. I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's right, because we went to Vietnam and it was a terrible idea."
Yeah, funny.
And then it's like they did that with Jerry was like,
the microwave thing.
The microwave thing. I got to send my kids to college. It's like $200 a year. Like, because it get, oh yeah, now college is a lot more expensive. I get it. I wrote something like, and then he said to Melissa McCarthy, he's like, "You're gonna go to the moon?" "I'm not going to the moon." "Who's going?" And they laughed like, "Yeah, we're not going to the moon." It's like, "Oh, but we actually did go to the moon." Like, how many of those jokes can you how many of those jokes can you force into a movie?
There's a lot.
Like,
apparently 7.
No, there's
a lot.
It's probably a lot
tang.
more.
He goes, "Oh, it's got he drinks the thing. It's got a good tang to it." He's like, "Oh, that'd be a good name for it."
It took me. I finished it today. It took me several days to watch it.
And the fact that like the payoff was that silly putty made the name.
Oh God, I know.
Is any of it true?
No.
Like even a little? No, because he
I know what
said
you
it's
meant.
inspired by true things.
Kellogg's had a tiger.
Yeah,
I think Post and Kellogg's were in a race to get the product out.
What of it is true?
The Country Square, I think, was what they called it. Maybe, I don't know if they're allowed to say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had that.
Oh, I thought the kids were funny. The kids that were in the dumpster.
Kids were funny.
The kids that were in the dumpsters.
Oh, eating.
One kid he goes, we come from loving homes. We already ate. We just love the goop or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That was good. All right.
Yeah.
Give them
kids were funny. Yeah, it was,
I still don't understand what the point of the ravioli that came to life was.
I hated that. When it's in his pocket at the end or whatever, I'm like,
so annoying.
Also, for a dude that's like so concerned about like being able to be edgy, like straight up Nazi jokes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There were Nazi jokes.
Okay, right. Dude. Like you're doing exactly what you said you're not able to do anymore. Say? Dude, like there was so many like gross Nazi jokes.
Oh, I know.
And it's like, but Seinfeld's the one who's like, you can't say anything anymore. It's like, well, apparently you can. Yeah. You just did.
There's certain
like we're okay with that.
You can't attack. Yeah. Nobody cares when you make fun of Jewish people.
Oh, no one cares. And now even more.
Well, they're making fun of Jewish people. They're making fun of Nazis.
It's like
those
both.
Are two different groups, aren't they?
Yeah, I feel like you're allowed to make jokes about Nazis.
But it's like at the like it's like 6 million dead jokes, and it's like, well, that's
I don't remember any of those jokes.
Well, people are making 9/11 jokes. There was a Boston bombing joke that was actually pretty funny.
And watch in the comments of this video, watch the Jew jokes because I said that
we don't get comments. You don't have to worry.
Yeah, can you imagine if we got a comment? Jeez.
I would love it. I would
invite them. Yeah.
You saying that's all we got to do to start making?
Also, this guy's got some obsession with the goddamn Pop-Tart too,
and cereal.
And this goes back to like the movie Comic, right? Where he was
the show on the show, he was obsessed with cereal.
He ate cereal all the time in the show.
But the joke about Pop-Tarts,
yeah.
they never like that was the whole reason for I Am Comic, his big documentary years ago. That was great.
No, just comedian.
It was a comedian.
I Am Comic.
Sorry, there's so many.
That's another good documentary.
That is good. But comedian, it was about him figuring out this joke. They've never been
It's Country
fresh.
Squares, yeah.
It was Country Squares. They'd never been, they're not fresh because they've never been fresh. Whatever it was. I was like, oh, he's really going in on this Pop-Tart joke. That was 20 years ago?
Yeah.
And now this is the culmination
and
of
Jim
all
Gaffigan already had a Pop-Tart joke. You know, Gary Goldman has a better Pop-Tart joke than any of them ever had. So it's like, drop the Pop-Tarts. I think Brian Regan had a Pop-Tart
I
joke.
like
Really?
Bill Burr's JFK.
Oh, that was great.
That was
That
good.
was
And
actually kind of funny.
he had a funny line there with, what's her name?
Jackie
Shopping
O.
for hats.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's shopping.
I assume she's out shopping for hats.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not a fan. I wasn't
I'm
a fan.
curious to see what the general public. I mean, there's 4 people here that
Got
didn't
shit
like it.
on
Monique
Letterboxd.
liked it. We watched
No,
Monique.
she
She was like,
didn't.
"Oh, it's fun." But
I
you know.
went through
I can
X
see
and there
people
was a
saying
lot of
it's
people who
cute.
liked it.
That's about the most I'll let somebody say without making fun of it.
I think my approach going into it was my problem was, okay, this is Jerry Seinfeld. Let's see what kind of art this guy can make. And he makes kids movies. Like make a good smart movie,
I'm
realistic.
a Seinfeld fan and I hate it.
make a realistic human interaction movie. Like put yourself out there.
Because even like Eddie Murphy making like kids movies, he also makes other movies.
Yeah.
True.
And his kids' movies are still significantly better than Seinfeld's.
I mean,
You don't think B movie was good?
I never saw
you just
it.
like it because it's B.
Yes.
yeah, let's be honest.
I don't think I saw it.
B.
Be
honest.
honest.
I don't
You
know.
don't think that Eddie Murphy's shitty like family movies are bad for like even like a family kids movie, like in that aspect?
What were his movies now?
So I mean, no, the clumps and all that stuff is all good.
That was good.
What was the other one he did with the family where he had it was like a family? No, that's Ice Cube who did the.
Are we there yet?
Yeah,
no, that's bad. But Friday was good. Next Friday was very good.
I love those.
I hated Next Friday.
I even liked Friday After Next.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Don't, Neil, you don't have to lie to us.
I did. I like those.
Stop trying to get a clip.
Oh,
Stop
no,
trying
I
to be
like
edgy.
that. I like
okay?
that stuff.
He's on
Edgy.
camera anyway. There's no clips.
Yeah, never-
No,
don't-
you are.
don't
You
tell
are.
him
He's on camera now.
Do you
Well,
guys,
now I'm doing all these gestures.
Yeah.
the R
If I
camera
can't
works.
be on
But now
camera,
Chick's not in camera. Yeah.
If I can't be on
Really?
camera, no one can be on
he,
camera.
he keeps putting his hands in front of the camera.
Come
He's pointing
on,
right at you.
Neil.
He can't just sit still.
He doesn't sit still. He
Now
doesn't.
now the focus is probably fucked. Now you're probably on camera, but completely out of focus because he won't stop putting his
You
hand in
shouldn't
front
have
of the
said
camera.
anything.
Good.
You really shouldn't have said anything. What's your stance on air fryers?
I have 2 of them over there.
You use them?
Great.
You like
Yeah.
them?
They're
Yeah,
fantastic.
I don't use them like as much.
Do you
like,
use them in tandem?
no, because the power will go off. Yeah, yeah. You can't,
I
they
find
both
it
run.
gives a plasticky, chemically taste.
Yeah, you're not using it right. Did you clean? Do you have one?
Are you making plastic?
I used it for the first time this week.
That might be why.
Well, the first time maybe you got to cook it out.
I've had
clean
it. But every time I've had it, I get like a chemically taste.
Did you
from it.
clean it before you
Not
used
just
it?
mine. Every single one I've ever
Yeah, I haven't.
ever had.
felt
You're an idiot. That's the cancer pill. That's fucked up
No,
your
no,
taste
this is
buds.
going
yeah.
back. This is going back years. This is the first time I had it in since it came out. But I had it at my parents. I had it
Yeah.
somewhere else. Always
No,
got
they
it.
definitely don't taste chemically.
I've talked to other people and they agree with me. So you guys,
Nobody agrees with you.
okay?
Well, there's different types
B
of.
has like 2 people that agree with everything he says, and whenever he says I text people and they agree with me, it's the same idiots.
It's his niece and the girl he ate her butt.
No,
Of course, she'll agree with you.
no.
Oh my god!
no.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I was with Jody. I don't know if this is gonna translate. I was with Jody the other day. We're talking how Fiona's taking dance classes at the place.
Oh
underneath
yeah.
his thing, and I'm like, that's the girl.
Different place.
Brendan ate her butt. And she's like, wait, who? I need to know. So he like texted Brendan right there, like, whose butt did you eat?
Yeah,
And he was like,
this,
oh,
this is the
other
kind of
dance
text
place.
messages I get from Neil. I didn't even realize Jody was on that text
Wait,
till
whose
after I
butt
sent
did
it.
you eat?
We don't have to get into it.
Come on.
You don't go to my shows. If you go to my shows, you'll find out.
Got you
You
there?
got to pay
I've
to
been
see
to
that.
a lot of his shows.
That's
You gotta
behind
pay
a
to see it.
paywall.
It's behind a paywall. But when I say what I air fried, it's not going to make my case any better at all. But I got like a
Pop Tarts.
I did. But I got a sweet tooth, and I saw this video that you could air fry a Twinkie. So I went down.
Yeah, fried Twinkie.
To
Never
what
heard
end?
What do you mean to what end? You just put it in the air fryer for 3 minutes.
And it tasted like plastic. We're all
No.
shocked.
That
Twinkies off the
like-
shelf
I knew-
tastes like a plate.
I
It's like a
knew
It
this-
tastes like microwaved.
I
Twinkies.
knew that example wasn't. It wasn't so much this one. It was all the other. I ate chicken out of it. I ate chicken. It tastes like chemicals. I don't know. I think, and it causes cancer. I believe. You don't like to hear this, but it causes cancer. It's carcinogens. Getting heated up that fast can't be good for you.
No, microwaving isn't good.
Microwave. I
The other ovens and stuff is fine.
Well, that's because air fryer is just a convection oven.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it shouldn't. Nothing should be heated up in 3 minutes that fast.
That's not true if you
Well-
have the heat.
A Twinkie,
But it's not. The Twinkie is a separate example.
because you're not trying to
Would
like
you rather eat that or an ass?
whose ass.
But deep fried ass. All right, and we're back.
So, I don't know, man. Things are wild.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
fine.
just-
Nobody would care what I said. He's the only one who's just so nervous about anybody.
But that's his choice whether or
Well,
not he wants.
because it
sounds
affects,
like it sounds like it's a
It doesn't
personal
affect
thing.
you.
It affects my
Stop it.
life.
But
No,
that,
it
but
doesn't.
that isn't that up to him to decide whether or not it
Cutting
affects
this
him.
too.
No, because it doesn't affect them.
No, but
You
it's,
have-
it's his choice to get.
You
to
have no idea because you are a fool.
So, yeah, okay.
So you sit in the corner
Yeah,
and you shut your mouth.
Stop it.
Flashlights on?
Is it?
Are you 70
you-
years old?
I didn't know the flashlight was on. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what 70-year-old people do. They walk around with their flashlight on. They don't have
do.
no idea.
You're on the phone with it,
Yeah,
shining.
constantly.
Yeah. So what else is new?
Jerry Seinfeld stinks. I guess.
I watched the Knicks win the playoff thing.
We're gonna watch that tonight. That's why we're here.
I
early.
watched. I went Thursday. I saw. Not. I went. I watched it at the Buffalo Wild Wings in
Beautiful
Farmingdale.
thing, that game.
So the problem with basketball is the end. Like it was such a
The end is the best part.
No, it's the least. It's the most boring part.
That's
You
actually
have a-
one of the most ridiculous statements
I've never heard anything
You
so
have
crazy.
you have a game that's like you're running back and forth, you're shooting, you're scoring, you're jumping around, you're playing hard, and then the last 30 seconds you're just like, I'm gonna stand here and shoot 2, and then you're gonna touch me, and then I get to stand over there and shoot 2, and then you're gonna touch
that's
me.
such a terrible way to view that.
That's all it was.
Maybe,
Wait,
maybe one
You don't
game,
think that
but no.
maybe you just watched your first basketball game and you think you know what how a basketball game?
But they were
works
saying like that's
better
how
than-
it because I was like, wait, what's going on right now? Like, why are they just exchanging free throws? And then the person who was with me, who is a basketball fan, was like, oh yeah, like in the last 30, 45 seconds, you got to do this. It's like
And
chess.
sometimes.
I'm like, it's
yeah.
not, that's not
but
chess
that's-
anymore.
But that's part of the game. Then to the point, it's strategy. And it's like
and that's
is.
not every. You're watching like playoff game that's like on the line.
I'm watching the most exciting game, and it ends the least exciting way.
I
can so disagree with that. It ended least
all
exciting.
these ended
That was
extremely
exciting. That was
Yeah,
exciting.
because you're watching
the
your team.
touching, the-
you're watching your team, and they're using
Those
they're
free
using
throws
the
were
rules.
so clutch and critical. Like I was on the edge of my
Those
seat.
one guy missed one free throw. You're out. You go home. Like it's the most.
And it's like you're sitting there, like hitting a shot. Sometimes, just like in a game, is easier than like the pressure of like sitting there. Like I have nothing against me here. And
It's
I'm,
easy.
Like a free
It's
throw,
so
a free
easy,
throw is supposed to be
it's
easy.
hard,
That
yeah.
it's like you end up missing a
I
game.
don't know, man. I hear people say that baseball is boring.
It is.
And then they bring that to the table and football, and I'm like, okay. You're out of your mind.
Baseball's unwatchable.
Football, there's literally 7 seconds of action the whole game.
Do you know how much action there is in a baseball game?
Nine
If you
and,
add it all up?
9.5 minutes.
stop
okay.
it.
9.5
Stop
minutes.
it.
Probably
and you- and
less.
crazy.
Yeah, you're talking crazy.
Nah,
if
you
you
guys
had
are
another
wrong.
sport that you were saying and against these, but the fact that baseball is your exciting sport,
Yeah, but it's
is
just that's just because you're not what you're into. Like if you're into basketball, you would find that exciting. That's ridiculous. Like, I don't
But
think
I
soccer is
can't
exciting, but people obviously like the fact that people love it.
But
is, like, I would never say
get
it's a
into it
bo-
because I was trying to get into it, and I was
But here's
getting
the
into
thing-
it.
here's the thing,
I was
though.
getting into it until they decided to like play like patty cake.
Here's
at
the thing,
end.
though. Don't get into it. Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
It's, like it's the second most popular sport in the world. Nobody gives a fuck if Neil Rubenstein is enjoying the last 3 seconds of a game.
Is it?
Yes, soccer then basketball, and the worldwide.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well,
Yeah,
also,
and literally baseball won't even exist in 10 years.
well, that's
probably
not
won't.
true.
Yeah.
Okay, but also like okay, we're all talking about Seinfeld. Like, everyone gives a shit about our feelings, but I can't fucking talk about basketball.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the world doesn't care when you think about basketball, but let me opine about this guy golfing.
And then
No one gives a shit about any of the things we're saying.
you're allowed-
We're all trying to fucking create content because, like, you can't get
well, we
rich
can't
in the
because you
real
keep
world.
putting your arm in front of the camera.
Oh my God! This is a breakdown episode with everybody.
You're allowed to say whatever you want about basketball, and then we're allowed to retort and say
Okay,
you're
but
wrong.
then you're not allowed to say I can't fucking have a feeling.
It was like B's allowed to not. Fuck me, bro.
What did he just say?
Yeah,
we
the
were
guy just like
talking
empathized with. He's like, well, you're not consensually asking
If-
Brendan if he's okay with you talking shit about the
Because-
beautiful
I-
young woman.
I've never spoke like that in my life. My biggest beef in the world is when people add some type of emotion to something to make, like, oh, then he said it like this, and he said it like it was so dumb. Well, if you say it like this, then it's going to sound like he's fucking dumb. And if you said that, if I said, are you considering his feelings? Then yeah, then I sound like I'm sitting on a rod right now. I didn't say it like that. I said, isn't it up to him if he gets to do that? You can't perform something the way you want it to come across.
I told you that goddamn camera's gonna make him snap.
Oh,
you better get a golf club.
I'm like, what can I fucking? I gotta defend myself in a minute.
Neil, you better hold something.
Holy Jesus!
This has been an episode for the ages.
Yeah, fuck basketball. How's that?
I don't watch.
Fuck basketball and Aesop Rock.
I used to love basketball. Like, and then I grew it. I didn't. My whole
Grew
argument.
out of it.
My whole
Are you
argument.
saying we're children?
No, I don't have the time to watch
I mean,
sports.
look at us. Look at me. I'm a child.
My jersey's.
I just don't have time. I like basketball and I watch it, but I just don't have time to follow the Knicks. You know, it's a long season.
Well, that's why, like I said, he yells at me because I don't watch 82 games.
But I always
I watched
said,
42 games.
even when I was into basketball, I didn't watch the first half of the game. I was like, I can't watch 2-2, 2-4,
See,
4-4.
That's
4-6.
why I thought his take was so crazy. Is because most people
It's the
who
opposite.
don't like it say I can
But,
only
like,
watch the last.
The
2
most
minutes."
exciting,
Oh,
the
no.
most exciting part in sports in general is the last 5 minutes of a basketball game.
It's
No,
true.
and
then he follows it up with baseball.
And
Yeah.
football
Sometimes
too. Like
a
the
game
last 2
happens
minutes
like
is
that where it's a lot of fouls and it can get a little
it
annoying.
takes like 2 hours
but
to get
that's
through
not
30
always
seconds.
the case. There's
I don't like
It's not always
in any sport when, and you have to do this, but when people completely change their approach to the game because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's a playoff game, it's the last 2 minutes. It's like
And then it doesn't work.
Like they changed the whole way they approach the game. Like baseball does. Every sport does it.
It's like
When
It's
does
like prevent
baseball-
defense.
What like in what way? Because
So,
baseball
like,
doesn't really
the
do
Knicks,
it.
for perfect example. Sorry,
Well, they,
to cut you
but
off.
but they'll like pull pitchers and like bring out like if it's like if it's game 6 and they need a closer, like they'll put a pitcher in that they wouldn't have put in the rest of that year
in
in that position.
That's only because they're not saving his arm for anything.
Yeah, I understand.
So
that.
like in April, they're not going to throw their $200 million
Yeah.
guy for 2 innings.
But
Yeah.
like in NFL,
But they
if the
do-
team's
but-
not running the ball or passing the ball well, right? And then all of a sudden, in the last 2 minutes, all of a sudden they're in a different defense they've been running, and they got them where they are, and now
Yeah.
things are just falling apart.
yeah, but
It's all about strategy.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, but baseball is 100% about strategy. Like I am conceding that it is
So is
not
chess.
an exciting thing.
You're gonna watch a chess game?
If I gave a shit about chess, if there was also an athletic element to chess, like if in between each move they had to like run to the thing and then do like an
90 feet.
agility thing and then also like throw a javelin through a hoop.
You might have something here.
I might be like, oh, I'll fucking watch. I'm gonna watch javelin chess.
You make
Dude,
a move, you run
javelin-
90 feet.
Javelin
you should
chess
have to
sounds
land.
sick.
They should make a big board where you have to land the piece.
Well, that's kind of like they do that
Well, that's
in
cornhole, which
axe,
is why that became fucking
Well,
popular.
no, that's not cornhole because that cornhole you got to get in the hole. But axe throwing does that. It's like you can play tic tac toe, but you have to get the axe in the spot that you want it, like that you
Or
want
it
to go
doesn't
across.
count.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like darts, but
Yeah.
it's like a
Yeah, exactly.
Another fascinating sport.
All right, we're almost
Darts.
at an hour and a half.
yeah. That was actually
the whole
looking
reason
at
we
the
started
clock.
early was to get you guys out of here. No one
Oh,
just got
are
us-
we really?
Perfect time. No,
Yeah.
good.
Good.
Yeah.
We'll wrap it up. By the way, it's not lost on me that we talked about you could say anything you want these days, and I had to cut a part.
But it's
of the
personal.
golf.
That's something.
But
That's something
personal
you
thing.
don't
And
want
we'll
to.
He's a pussy with that. I don't even want to get started.
I'll tell you in the car.
I hope it's a good reason so I could be like, okay.
It's
because right now,
it's a good enough reason for me. And that's all that
trying
matters.
to bang her.
No, but we've had this conversation through text, and it's like you can say whatever you want, but if it's your choice to not want somebody to feel bad, or if you want, if there's a reason why,
he just disappoints me when there's certain people that I feel like this person, you shouldn't even care what she thinks.
Yeah, but,
all right,
but he's allowed to care. He's allowed to care what people think. You don't care what people think.
But I'm trying to give him advice at this specific
and you also
person.
you care what some people think.
With certain people, I said, but not this person.
I'm sorry to bring it up again. I didn't realize
this is one of those people that he cares about what they think.
He should.
And well, it's not even.
But that's not. You understand? That's not your choice.
Not even that.
But you'd have to be a lunatic to think that you can tell him who he decides.
He is a lunatic.
I am a lunatic, but I get it. I just don't agree.
You don't get it.
I don't agree with you. I think you're so worried about what people think of you. It's beyond me.
It has nothing to do with me. That's the problem. That's the problem. But you don't understand it through your hollow head.
If you made it this far,
God.
I can't imagine
I
you
do have
did.
a pick real quick.
Oh, come on.
Fuck you. I want to watch the Knicks as much as anybody. We got time.
We have to go through this?
I haven't done a pick in how many weeks?
Is it unfrosted?
No. Late Night with the Devil.
I want to see that.
Oh yeah, I want to see that too.
Excellent.
Actually,
I want to see that.
Was excellent.
Yo, did you guys see Civil War?
I heard it was great. I haven't seen it yet.
You guys haven't seen Civil War yet?
no.
It's only in
Is this
theaters.
a scary movie?
No.
No, Civil War is like a new age Civil War.
Get
right?
get a jump on your Oscar watching.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be
watch
up there.
What's
Civil
it
War.
on?
But it's very.
It's in the theaters right now.
It's very divisive. Some people hate it. Some people love it.
No,
I heard
A
more
lot
good
like
than
the
bad.
last
if
couple
you
minutes of basketball.
if you hate it, you're not
problem?
You're not understanding what they're saying because they're not taking sides. It's not about a civil war. The Civil War is a backdrop for a different movie. Like it's fucking amazing.
I heard good
and
things.
I don't like those. Like I don't like smart things. Like I like Fast and the Furious and baseball. Apparently,
But Late Night with the Devil is excellent.
I'm giving you a Neil's pick: Civil War and Monkey Man. But
Late Night with the Devil is on
I
AMC
wanna see
Plus,
that.
which you could find on Apple TV if you have the add-on. If not, you can get it on Shudder or AMC Plus. It might be on Amazon or something to rent too.
All right.
But it's like a semi-horror, excellent.
Oh, I don't like horror.
Horror.
You don't?
No.
It's not crazy. It's good though. It's good.
No, that's what they said about Midsommar. That movie was terrible.
I don't like horror.
Midsommar was great. The ending was a little weird.
Like basketball.
All right. Well, if you made it this far.
Why?
Oh, my God.